Good morning, children. We saw about the two drawbacks of Lewis dot structure as well as VSPR theory. VSPR theory cannot determine the structure of complex compounds, and Lewis dot structure is difficult to write for compounds whose atomic number is high. Taking these drawbacks into account, we moved to quantum mechanical model. Under quantum mechanical model, we saw about valence bond theory. Next is orbital overlap concept. Under valence bond theory, I was explaining about the distance between the two hydrogen atom. If it is equal to 74 picometer, greater than 74 picometer and less than 74 picometer, what was the case we saw. So in today's class, we will be seeing about overlap orbital concept. Here also I am going to take the formation of hydrogen molecule. In the formation of hydrogen molecule, there is a minimum energy state when two hydrogen atoms are so near such that their atomic orbitals undergo partial interpretation. See, hydrogen atom 1, say for example A, hydrogen atom B. There is one particular case where these two hydrogen atoms approach each other to form hydrogen molecule, correct? See, when they approach each other, there is one particular point where the orbital of atom A and orbital of atom B, they will be close and there is a partial interpretation. This partial merging of atomic orbital is called as overlapping of orbital. Okay. So when orbital of atom A and orbital of atom B, when they touch each other, there is a partial penetration. This is called as overlapping of atomic orbitals. And in general, greater the overlap, stronger the bond formed between two atoms. Okay, very clear concept in this slide. Molecular overlap, orbital overlap concept. I have atom A, it has got nucleus. Surrounding the nucleus I have orbitals. Since it is hydrogen atom, it should have only s orbital. Am I correct? Okay. I have hydrogen atom B, it is having a central nucleus and it is also having s orbital. One particular point I told you, the attractive force between two hydrogen atoms is close. They are close together. In this case, the s orbital and this orbital are very close such that there is a partial interpenetration happening. So partial interpenetration means the orbital, s orbital of hydrogen atom B, s orbital of hydrogen atom A, they are close together. I can call that as overlapping of atomic orbitals. When overlapping is optimal, then bond is stronger. When they overlap in optimal state, when they overlap with high state, then in that case, the bond formed between these two atoms will be stronger. Okay, this is called as orbital overlap concept. When two atoms come close, there is overlapping of atomic orbital. This overlap can be positive, negative or zero. The same concept, I am bringing two atoms together. So the orbitals of two atoms are overlapping. This overlapping can have positive effect, negative effect or it can have zero effect. Now, see, two hydrogen atom, they approach each other. They have merged. Can you see some part of A and some part of B which is close together? That is called as overlap region. It can also happen like this between your hydrogen atom and chlorine atom. Why I have written a circle shape, why I have indicated a spear shape for hydrogen atom? Because hydrogen atom is having only s orbital. What is the shape of s orbital? It is spherical in shape. What is the shape of p orbital? It is dumbbell shape. Okay, I think you all remember the shape. So this is between your hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen is having s orbital, so I have indicated with the blue color spear. And chlorine atoms, p orbital is coming to play. P orbital is dumbbell shape, so I have indicated with pink color. There is an overlapping between H and Cl. Okay, clear? This is this is SS, this is SP. And consider the case of hydrogen molecule formation where I have two p orbitals coming into play. Two p orbitals are indicated by pink color. They are dumbbell shape, so I have indicated this is pp overlapping. Okay, for hydrogen atom SS overlapping, for hydrogen and chlorine atom sp overlapping, and this is p orbital overlapping. Okay, children, so this is sigma bond and this is pi bond. Okay, so these two are sigma bonds and this is pi bond. I'll be just telling you in the slide. See, the dotted areas are representing the electron cloud for a particular electron. This is the electron cloud of this atom, this is the electron cloud of this atom. Now there is a head-to-head overlap. So when there is a head-to-head overlap between two electrons s orbital, this is sigma bond. Okay, this is sigma bond. Now this is what I want to explain from the slide. We saw SS, we saw SP, and we saw PP overlapping. Now types of overlapping and nature of covalent bond. Your covalent bond is classified into two types based on the type of overlapping. We know covalent bond. Covalent bond is formed by mutual sharing of electrons between two atoms in a molecule, while your ionic bond is formed by complete transfer of electrons from one atom to other atom. And covalent bonding is of two types based on the type of overlapping. One is sigma bond and other one is pi bond. Sigma is a type of covalent bond which is formed by hand-on-hand or end-to-end overlapping along the internuclear axis. This is head-on overlapping. Okay, spherical and spherical, head-on head overlapping, or one dumbbell. Just move into this structure, children. Okay, this is also your sigma bond. This is also sigma bond where head and head overlaps. Okay, along the internuclear axis. See, this is SS overlapping. There is overlapping of two half-shelled s orbital along the internuclear axis. The slide, remember the pink and pink. Okay. Now what is sp overlapping? This occurs between half-filled s orbital of one atom and half-filled p orbital of another atom. Remember hydrogen and chloride overlapping, where half-filled s and half-filled s are overlapping. Half-filled p and half-filled s are overlapping. Here half-filled s of two atoms. And what is PP overlapping? This is between half-filled P of one atom and half-filled P of other atom. Okay, children. So pi bond, in the form, I told you sigma is head and head overlapping. There is maximum surface of two s orbitals are overlapping. So when you look into the strength of sigma and pi bond, sigma is stronger. Why? Because maximum portion of two orbitals are overlapping in case of sigma bond. But pi overlapping happens only in the sideways, so its strength is less compared to sigma bond. So pi bond is formed in such a way such that axis is remaining parallel to each other and perpendicular to internuclear axis. Now here the orbitals are formed by sidewise overlapping of two saucer shaped clouds above and below the plane. That is sigma bond is between your head-head overlapping, head-head collision. And your pi bond is formed by side to side overlapping such that above and below the participating plane of the participating atom there is two saucer shaped charge clouds where the overlapping happens. Now coming to the strength, whatever I have discussed with you, in case of sigma bond overlapping takes place to larger extent, so it is stronger compared to pi bond, whereas in case of pi bond only sidewise overlapping happens, so its strength is less comparatively. Pi bond formed between two atoms is formed in addition to sigma bond. It is always present in the molecule containing multiple bonds. This is an important statement which you have to remember. I am telling you, pi bond is formed in addition to sigma bond between two atoms. Okay, not only pi forms, even sigma is also formed in some atom. It is based on head-on-head overlapping and based on sidewise overlapping. Children, consider the case, it is always present in the molecule containing double bond. Pi will be always present between two atoms having double or triple bond. I can tell you molecules containing multiple bond. Okay, this is an important concept. Your pi is also formed along with the sigma. But pi should be there in case of atoms having multiple bonds. Say for example nitrogen which is having more than one bond. In that case, pi is compulsory, it is mandatory. Hybridization we'll move into we'll see in the next session, children. Thank you.